Do you have a Vienna Regulator clock that is doing this, where the hands just drop as you turn them around? I'm making this video because somebody asked me a question, and there's, in a cuckoo clock, there's that compression washer. It's actually called a clutch system. I call it a compression washer. But in this Vienna Regulator clock, it's still a clutch system, but it's a different type of clutch system. And I want to show you what you're supposed to do to get your hands to tighten up. As you can see on this clock, the hands just drop after he barely touches it. And that's because the clutch system, or compression washer, why they call it a clutch system, I have no idea. It's not tight enough, and this video is to show you what to do. Now his clock, in my opinion, is a true Vienna Regulator clock where it's weight driven. My clock here, same case, same style, except for mine is spring driven. It's still called a Vienna Regulator clock, but in my opinion, it's not a true Vienna Regulator clock. But your clock is going to look similar to this. And the things that you want to worry about is this wheel and this wheel. So I'm going to take these screws off so I could take this wheel off. So stand by. And once I take the hour pipe off, the minute pipe, I could take this wheel here off. And as you can see, there's no compression washer underneath this wheel. And this is called the Cannon wheel, Cannon hour pipe, Cannon wheel. This doesn't have a compression washer underneath it either. But you will notice that there's a flat spot right here, and there's a flat spot 180 degrees on the opposite side right here. Get something better to point with. This is the flat spot that I'm talking about. This, when combined with everything else that I'm going to show you, is what is known as the clutch system, which puts pressure on the wheel the same way that that compression washer on a antique cuckoo clock does. It puts pressure on that wheel to tighten up the hands. This intermediate wheel has to be on there as a part of it to slow the system down. So I'm going to put the intermediate wheel back on along with this Cannon wheel, and then I'll get back to you. Now this pinion gear here, it's on the intermediate wheel, it is for the hour pipe. This is the hour pipe. This is the minute pipe on this particular clock. Okay, and then you put the hands on, and then you put a washer on, or a couple washers, and then there's a hole in the end of this pipe here for a tapered pen. And once you put a couple washers and put that tapered pen on, it pushes all the system down, which makes the hand tight. So that notch here, you can see it, this notch on both sides is part of what makes this system tighten up. It's called a clutch system, where I call it a compression system. It does more compression to me than it does anything else. But anyway, let me put this back together and we'll get back to you. And this is my regulator, Vienna Regulator clock. Like I said, it's spring driven. And once you get the washer and the pens on, your hands will not drop. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave me some comments. And the only reason I posted this video is because somebody asked me a question, I answered it, and I wanted to make a video in case other people are having problems. Give me a thumbs up. May God bless.